I mean, it was a real moment, because President Trump, brought his family to the State of the Union, and rightly, I think, made it a part of his State of the Union address a couple of years ago. And, this is a horrible, tragic, awful sort of case. And, he then at the summit did what he's done with Putin and did what he's done with over Khashoggi, with the Saudis, which is just to say, if I feel like I'm getting along with my interlocutor or I need something from them, I'll just say I believe them, and that there's no sort of problem here. And I think it was, I think it was entirely sort of inappropriate, and obviously there was a big backlash, not least because of Otto Warmbier's family came out and made the point that North Korea was responsible for this, and they held Kim responsible, and Congress had a strong reaction. And I think the National Security Advisor did have a tough time over it. But I think what it demonstrates to me is that really, to sort of slightly go back on something I said earlier, what Trump really cares about in all of this is the testing. So he's willing to tolerate everything else. I mean, I think he's willing to tolerate that missile story. Like, there's been plenty of instances over the last 6 months where he's gone on Twitter and said there's been a revelation from this private source or this newspaper about what North Korea is doing. We know about that. It's not a problem, right? And in this, the killing of Otto Warmbier, he said it's not, he doesn't see that as an ongoing problem. He doesn't see the other things North Korea is engaged in, because I think he is essentially, a short-termist, right? His view is, if this isn't a problem on my watch, then it's not a problem, and it's not a problem if there isn't video of testing.